git init. Okay, so what this command will do is it will initializes the empty git repository. Correct. Okay, enter. Okay, it has been created, guys. Okay, now what I need to do, if you are doing it for a first time, okay, you need to configure these details. Git config, okay, git config hyphen global user dot name under double quote, you need to provide the username. So from where you get this username is, it is mandatory, guys. You have to give the same user id. Okay, what user id you guys are using in github.com. Okay, if you do the on top of, on the right hand top side, signed in as, okay, here you'll find this, right, the username devops hyphen training. Okay, the same username you needs to provide here. Okay, if you provide any other username, it is not going to work. Okay, it is mandatory to have the same usernames. Okay, enter. Once it is done, then you need to provide the email address. Okay, so this email address, and in github.com, while you're doing the sign up, that email address must be saved. Okay, if you provide
So,
any
excuse me,
other
sir.
mail IDs, it will not work, guys. It will, yeah.
So still we are able to see your GitHub only. We are not able to see
Again, the
your GitHub.
network problem.
I'm using the
We're
same.
not able to see. We're not able to see your screen. Yeah, now we're able to see.
Right now, I'm in a GitHub terminal, guys. Git bash terminal.
Yeah, please proceed.
Is it the same or?
It's the same only now.
Okay. So once you provide the username, guys, okay, DevOps hyphen training, then you need to provide the email address, user.email. Okay, so this email address must be same. Okay, while you are doing the sign up for the github.com, right, the same username you need to provide here. Okay, otherwise it will not going to work. It will throw an error. Okay, so be careful here and enter. Okay, now once it is ready, okay, so once you execute these two commands, username dot email, so user dot name and user dot email, okay, what you need to do is you need to create a one repository in a github.com. Okay, so let's go and do a one repository. So right now I'm in a github.com, guys. I hope you guys are seeing the same thing.
So one more question. So is it the order that
Okay,
we need to follow after logging in only? So after we are providing user.name and user.email only, we need to create a repository.
not like that yet. It is not like that.
Okay.
Okay, so once it is done, you need to create a one repository, guys, in a github.com. Okay, just click on this new. Okay, here it is ask for the repository name. Okay, provide any repository name. Let me give the name as like Devops 2207. For my reference, I'm creating like this, guys. Okay, so then public and private, it is based on your request. Okay, and click repository. Again, screen lagging. What is this issue? Seriously. Okay, so once you create a repository, right, it will provide the sum of the commands. Okay, if you want, you can do a just copy this command and execute that. Okay, it will automatically creates. If you don't want this one, okay, what you need to do is you need to execute the last two command. Okay, when we need to execute, let me show you all that one also. Now what I will do, I just came to the gitbash.com here. So git bash terminal. So here what we will do, we will create a one submit dummy files. Okay, like yesterday how we have created, right, the HDFC file. Okay, so like that we will create. So yes, right now I'm in a terminal of the git bash. If it is stuck or lagging, just please let me know. So I requested for the Geo this one, guys. Okay, so it will get delivered in another 1 or 2 days. Okay, yeah. Yes, let's create a one dummy file, guys. Touch. Okay, touch is the keyword. Using that keyword, we can able to create a some file. Okay, with the empty file, it will just create a one file. Yes, with the content will be nothing. Okay, so let's create a one file called as a touch HDFC. Okay, it will just create one. Now what we need to do is ignore about that remote repository and all. Okay, now check the git status. What it is saying, there is a one tracking file is called HDFC. It is in an untracking stage. Okay, so now what we need to do, yesterday as I told you, right, whatever whenever we create any file or any code, by default it will be in a working area. Okay, so that it will be in a untracked stage. So then what we need to do is we need to add the execute the command git add. So what happens when you execute the command git add, the data will flow from untracking to tracking area. It will come. And to execute the same is HDFC, the whatever the file name, guys. Okay, git add. Okay, what it needs to write here. So in the same sequence. Okay, first git add. Okay, same sequence. Don't make changes here. So one git commit -m, give the some message called as the initial commit, since it is for the first time. Okay, initial commit. Commit message initial commit. Okay, one file has been changed. So now we will try to push this code, guys. Okay, git push -u origin master. Okay, just I'm trying, it will throw an error, guys, 100%. Okay, just I'm trying to do what it say, fatal error, origin does not appear to the git repository. Okay, your voice is breaking and screen is struggling. Guys, everybody is facing the same issue.
Yes, even I am also facing same issue.
Okay,
Yes, voice also breaking and screen also lagging.
one second. One second. Just be online. Hello guys, can you hear me? Guys, can you able to hear me? Someone please reply.
Yes, sir. It's clear now.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
We're hearing.
it's clear. It's clear, right? Okay.
It's clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So now guys, what you are seeing is git push -u origin master. Okay, so when you're trying to push this code to your remote repository, it is saying that it is not available. Why? Because I have not configured here from my local repository to git repository. Correct. So what we need to do is go to your github.com. When you created this code, right, repository Devops 2207, it has given some code here. Correct. Okay. In the last two commands, okay, that is saying git remote add origin, okay, https some git repository. So this is the URL of my repository, guys. So what you need to do is just copy this command, okay, and execute in your git bash. Okay, it has been added successfully. So once it is done, you need to execute the second command, that is a git push -u origin master. Okay, now if you post executing this command in my machine, it will not ask you for the credentials, guys. Okay, since I have configured the SSH key. Okay, but in your case, when you execute this command, it will pop up for the username, okay, and password. Once you provide the username and password, then only the code is going to be pushed to from local to remote repository. Okay, so let's hit enter. Okay, sorry, now it, yeah, now you can see, guys. Okay, it is asking for username for https github.com. So here I need to provide the username, Devops and training. So this is I is not available. Okay, just a second. Execute one more time. Okay, just hit enter. It will pop up for the password here. Provide the password. Okay, enter. Okay, I think this is not that. Cancel this one. Here you provide it. Okay, now it is pushing this code to your repository, guys. Okay, now go to your github.com and refresh this page. Okay, now you can see the first code, okay, that is the HDFC has came here from local repository to your remote repository. Yeah, Rajan, now you tell me where you missed these steps.
Actually, there is one command git remote add is the right, sir. So I executed before commit.
Okay,
So
you have
is that the
executed.
reason before git
One
commit
second, one
command?
second. Yeah. Before git commit command, you executed git remote add.
Yes.
It will not make any problem here.
Can you do that, sir, so that you can replicate the issue as well?
You can fix that. Try once, one more time, okay? Because I need to complete. I mean, take the session also, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. So yeah. I'll try that until I'll reach out to you tomorrow if I face any issues.
Yes. Okay. So as per my understanding, right? So the URL you are not configured properly. Okay, there it was an issue.
Okay. Okay, sir. I'll try to fix that. I'll check it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You need to provide the same username and same email ID also. That is mandatory. And
Okay.
once you're done with that configuration, you need to provide the what do you call that URLs. Okay, it is mandatory. Otherwise, it will not work, or else it will throw an error.
Okay, so interchanging a command is, command order is not important, right? So whatever that I said, so I executed remote add before git commit command. So that don't make any difference, right?
No, as per my understanding, it will not make any problem. Git remote, git commit. I haven't tried that, but better do this first. Add this one only. Okay. Now I have
Yeah,
done
sure.
git post git commit. I have added that command, right? Git remote add. It will not make any problem. Yeah, that is different and this is different. Okay, you try one more time. Okay, if you face the same
Yeah,
issue,
yeah,
let's
sure.
see. Okay. So is everybody clear right now this issue? So how to push the code from local to your Git repository? Okay. Now let's say guys, I have created a commit, right? So I have committed the code. That code name is commit message. I have mentioned as initial commit. Okay. Let's say I don't want this one. Okay. I want to do the rename of this commit. Okay. How we can achieve that one? Okay. What you can do is first thing you need to get the okay. Here we yeah, git commit hyphen amend. Okay. So this command, it will open a one more window, that is just like your VI editor. Okay. In this VI editor, it will open the new window and there you will find that commit message. That is the initial commit I have mentioned, right? That commit message it will display. If you want to change that one, okay, at that time it is used. It is useful. Okay. So right now you can see the commit message I have mentioned here as initial commit. Okay. I want to change this one. Just an example I'm taking here. Enter. Okay. So this new window has been opened here. You can see this is the initial commit, the message it has came here. Okay. So what you can do, just change this one, whatever the message you wants to give for this one. Let's say I will give this one as a first commit. Instead of initial commit, I have made this one as a first commit. Okay. And then escape and colon. In order to save this file, guys, you need to press escape shift colon WQ in order to save the files, guys. Okay, if you want to quit this file without saving, just do the same thing, escape shift colon Q. Let me write it down also here. Okay, to save the file you need to press escape key, escape plus shift plus colon plus WQ. Okay, to save the file, guys. Okay, that means in a bracket I will write how exactly it will be, colon WQ. So it will look like this when you execute this command. Okay, in order to quit this file, to quit the file without saving, okay, how to do the same thing, the same command. Okay, it should not be WQ, it is only Q. Okay, so let me do the same. So escape shift colon WQ, enter. Okay, one file has been changed. Okay, now what you can do, just check the status now. Git status, always use this git status, guys. Okay, it will be very helpful. You'll come to know what exactly it is happening here. Okay, and just push this command -u origin master. So initially you may feel difficulty guys, but later on it will be very easy. Okay, you need to practice out these commands. Okay, now it is saying it is rejected, failed to push to this repository, updates were rejected because tip of this current is behind. Okay,
Yes, sir,
what
you
we need
got
to do
my
is,
error actually.
okay, so this will happens when, because whatever the code is available in a local repository, okay, and the in a remote repository, if there is a changes, okay, at that time you will face this issue. So what you need to do is just execute the command git pull. Okay, I will explain this what this git pull will do. But right now, if you face this issue, just execute git pull. Refusing to merge unrelated histories. Git pull. Sorry. Refusing to merge unrelated histories. Git remote -v Devops 2207. Devops 2207. Same one only. Git status. Your branch origin and master have diverged. You have one different commits each respectively. Use git pull to merge this remote. Nothing to commit. Every working area is clean. Your branch origin and master diverge. You have one different commits each. Let us check git commit. Sorry, not commit. Let me clear the screen and execute git log. So as I told you guys, if you remember, so for every commit it is going to maintain a one commit ID, right? So this is what the commit ID is. Some binary numbers you can see, right? So this is what the commit ID. Okay. So using this commit ID only, we can able to revert or reset whatever the task he wants to perform, like a cherry pick also. Okay. It is very helpful. So now it is throwing an error for me. So let's git reset. Why this happened now? Your branch and origin have diverged. You have one different commits each respectively. Use git pull to merge this. Let's see, fetch this one. Then git merge. Yeah, should be git merge. Why it is refusing to merge unrelated histories? -v. Everything it is refusing here.
Sir, can you execute that command git space push space hyphen force?
It is
Force. No, sir. Hyphen force. Force. Not
hyphen for where it will go.
it is coming. It is asking you. I think O in caps.
Yes.
There is a spell mistake. Yes. So,
Okay. Let's push. Let's refresh here. What was the mistake? Okay. Yes, thank you, Raja.
yes, sir. So this command is work for me, sir, but the normal command is not working. So that is what actually I'm trying to get it from you.
I have also faced some first time only this issue. Okay, after commanding,
Okay,
I
sir.
mean changing, okay, after commanding this. Okay, fine, no issues. Okay, guys, fine. So now let's assume, guys. So whatever the code which I have pushed right now, right, to this our GitHub.com. Okay, so that is the HDFC file. Okay, so assume that this file is having the invalid code. Okay, I want to take this code back to my local repository. Why? Because let's say if I have, since I have pushed this code to my remote repository, right? Okay, so if any of our developer take this code and he will be also get the wrong code only. Okay, so it will become a problem for us, right? In order to overcome that issue, we will revert that one. Okay, how we will revert? Using git revert command. Okay, so for that what we need to do is first we should get the git log. Okay, using that git log command you will find the commit id. Okay, using that commit id we can able to revert that code back from your remote repository to your local repository, guys. Okay, before executing that let us check the status whether anything changes here. Okay, everything is up to date. Okay, now what we can do is just execute the command git revert, and with this commit id. Okay, git revert and provide the commit id. Okay, now again it will open one more window, guys. That is our vi editor. Okay, just provide any message for this revert and do the change and push the code back to your remote repository. Whatever the code was available, right? What I mean, whatever the code it has been pushed using this commit id, that code will taken back from the remote repository to your local repository, guys. Okay, and that means it is basically the hdfc file is going to be deleted in the remote repository. Okay, so let's execute. Okay, it is asking for the commit message. You can provide any commit, otherwise you can just save this file also. Okay, escape :wq. Okay, you can see one file has been changed. Check the status now. What it is saying, your branch is ahead of origin by master by one commit. I need to use git push to publish our local commits. Okay, now use the command git push -u origin master. Okay, provide the username. See guys, whenever I'm trying to push this code, right, it is asking for the username always, right? In order to overcome this issue, what we will do, we will configure the SSH keys. Okay, so if you configure the SSH key, right, it will not ask you for the password. Okay, it will push us the code directly. Okay, now you can see it has been pushed the code. Let us check the status here. Okay, it is perfect, it is clean. Now we go and check with your remote repository. This SDFC file will go back. Okay, we can see nothing is available, everything is clear, because the file which I have pushed is the SDFC file. Okay, I just reverted. Okay, how I can revert? Using the git revert with the commit ID. Using that commit ID, we can able to revert that code back from a remote repository to your local repository, guys. Clear? Clear guys, any doubts here in this git revert command? So when we need to use this git revert, in the sense, if you want to take the code back from a remote repository to your local repository, that means in the back side, I mean reverse. Okay, at that time we need to use git revert. Okay,
Yes, sir.
then as I told you guys, so the data flows from working area to staging area to local environment, right? Okay, now using the git revert command, what it has done is from remote to local it has kept. Now from a staging to working area we need to go back. Okay, so how it will go, using whenever we execute the command or a file by remote, by default it will be available in a working area. Okay, once you execute the git add command, it will go into the staging area, right? Okay, if he wants to go back from staging area to back to your working area, okay, at that time we need to use the git reset. Okay, so these two commands get confusion guys, git revert and git reset. Okay, I will write it here. So git revert. So when we will use this git revert, in the sense, to get the code from remote to local repo. Okay, if you want to get the code from remote to local repo, we need to use git revert. Okay, whereas the git reset, okay, so this command git reset, okay, so this command will be useful to get the code from staging area to working area. Okay, so let's execute that. Okay, let's create a, before that let's check the status. Anything is pending, nothing is there, everything is clear. Okay, now let's create a some more file. Let's touch, using touch, let's create a file and called as a SPA. Okay, now you execute git status. Okay, what it is saying, there is a one file called as a SPI that is in the untracking stage. Okay, now what we will do, we usually execute the command git add. Okay, git add with the file name, right? Okay, now we check the status. It is saying that I need, in order to save this file, I need to execute the commit, but I don't want to commit this one. Okay, I want to take this code back from a staging area to working area. Okay, so at that time what I can do is I can execute git reset. Okay, so now what happens, this SPI currently it is in a staging area, right? Now this file will go back to your sorry, the working area. Okay, just enter. Okay, now you have the screen, I check the git status. Okay, you can see this file has been went back to working area, guys. So guys, now tell me, so one assignment for you people, just check what is the use of the git cherry pick. Okay, someone has to explain tomorrow. Okay, so what is this cherry pick? This is an interview question, guys. It is important. I will explain. Okay, but you people also please check what this command is going to be going to do. Okay, so guys, now you people are aware of git init, right? Then git config. Okay, then git status, so it will show what is the status of your code. Then git add file name in order to make the code from working area to staging area. Okay, then git commit, okay, in order to commit the code, that means in order to store the code permanently. Okay, then git push hyphen u origin master in order to push this code to your from a local to remote repository. Okay, then comes the git reward. Okay, when we need to use the git remote, if you have pushed the code unfortunately by mistake, you have pushed the code to your remote repository, you want to take that code back. Okay, what we can do is you can execute the command git reward with the git git reward with the commit id. Okay, so how you will get the commit id using the command git log. Okay, when you execute the git log, you will get the git commit id. Whenever you do the commit, right, one commit id is going to be created. Okay, so using that commit id only, we can able to revert that code back from a remote repository to your local repositories. Okay, and then comes the git reset. So when we are using this git reset, in order to take the code back from the staging area to working area. Okay, at that time we need to use git reset. Okay, clear guys? Any doubts about all these commands? Around 10 commands
So
is there.
one query.
Yeah.
So if you use git revert command, so it will get back to the local repository from remote repository. So if you use git reset, it will come from staging area to working area. So local area to staging area, there is no commands for that.
You can use the git reward, right? So whenever you commit the code, right, whenever after git add, what we will do, the next process is called as a git commit only. Correct?
Yes.
That is going to be stored. Okay, you can execute git reward then.
No, sir, not clear.
No, see, if you want to put that code back, you can execute git reward. Otherwise, it is not required. I got
Yeah,
your
that's what
question. Okay.
actually.
Yeah, I got your
Yeah.
question. What you are saying is from a local repository to back to your staging area, you're asking.
Yes, correct.
Correct, right? So when you store that code back, right, we can using the git revert with the commit id, we can revert that code. Okay, and when this code will get removed, right, whenever after performing the git revert, when you push the code to your remote repository, at that time it is going to be changes is going to happen, unless until it is not going to change. Okay, so let me show you here one second. See, basically, what we will do is whenever we are taking the code back from a remote repository to local repositories, the command is git. First, we need to get the commit ID. Okay, so how we will get using git log. Okay, when we execute the git log by using the commit message, you will come to know what the exact commit ID it is. Okay, then what you need to do is you will execute the command called as a git revert with the commit ID. Okay, so at that time, this code will go back from a local to your staging area. Okay, and then what after this command, what we will do is we will push that code here. Okay, so at that time what happens, whatever the code was available with your local repository, right, that code is going to be uploaded to your remote repository. Okay, at that time whatever the files was there in a remote repository, that files will get lost. It is clear? Shall I execute one more time?
Yes, sir. Please one more time.
Okay. Clear. What is the git status first? Okay, fine. Now assume this SBI is there. Okay, so this SBI file right now it is not available in my remote repository. Okay, and just refreshing the page, you can see here. Okay, it is totally clean now. Okay, now what I will do? Let's say I will push this code. Okay, git add. Let's give dot. Okay, now check the status. Okay, it is saying to commit the code. Okay, now what I will do? Let me commit. So git commit -m. Let's say this commit message I will pass it as a SBI commit. Okay, enter. One commit has been changed now. Okay, now let's push this code for once. Okay, now I have pushed this code. Okay, let's go and check here. Okay, you can see the SBI file has came from local to remote. Okay, now I want to take this code back. Okay, at the meantime, your question is how to take the code back from a local repository to your staging area. Correct. Okay, so what we can do is first we should get the commit ID. Okay, so for that, what we can do, git log you execute. Okay, using the git log commit, you will come to know the what is the commit ID. Correct. So you can see the commit ID, commit message I have passed it as SBI commit, and this is the commit ID. Correct. So just copy this commit ID. Okay, now we execute git revert. Okay, and paste this. Okay, it will open for the, let's save this file. Okay, you can see one file has been changed now. Now you check the status here. Okay, what it is saying, your branch is ahead of origin master. We need to push this code. Okay, so now whatever the code is available right in the local repository, that code is going to be pushed to your remote repository here. Okay, basically in that code commit ID, this SBI file is not available. So what happened, this file will get back to your remote repository, so your local repository. Okay, so let's try to push. Okay, it is success now. Now we can go and check here. This file will went back to your local repository here. Where this file went here. Its status. Okay, now it is everything is clean here. But yeah. Yes, yes. Okay, is it clear now?
So if we will lose the, so sir, will we lose the complete file, SBI file, if you want to retrieve back again that SBI file?
So for that we can use the one more command, that is a git stash. We will come to know in the next session. It is the git stash. Okay, using git stash we can take the code in the, we can place these files in the buffer memory. Okay, so don't concentrate more on that. Whatever the commands right now I'm saying, right, so Just practice out these commands. Okay, I will explain one by one. Here guys, just concentrate on these commands. We'll go one slowly, okay, one by one. Okay. So clear guys, any doubts still here? Only for this 9 or 10 commands. Okay. So I will teach each and every code guys. Okay, each and every command with an example I will teach. Don't worry. Okay. So let's learn from a basic and then we'll go for the advanced level. Okay.
Sure, sir. So when this videos will be uploaded, so did you check with admin team? Or we need to check it.
You just call them now because I will be busy with my office work. Basically, this work it is. Anyhow, I will message them. Okay, I will drop a message to them. Okay, they will inform. So within this week, they will going to upload. Okay.
Fine.
Otherwise, I can mention these commands in a chat box. Just copy it out and practice it. Guys. Okay. So once it is done, I will share this document, guys. Okay, each and every document I will share. So unless until for 1 week, okay, it will be a problem. Okay, later on it will be. I will share immediately. Okay. Means they are not answering the call. I have tried twice today and yesterday too. To which number you called, Kumar? There is some number is called as a 7207. Some number was there. Let us check.
Yeah, that's number only. Sir. Something, yeah, that number only.
They used to answer to that number. Okay, I will ask them to share. Okay, I will call them in the morning time, or else do one thing. Okay, you might have received an email ID, right? Just ask them to share the videos. Okay, just reward on that mail, and I will also drop a message to them. Okay,
Okay.
that will be better. It seems. Yeah, the number is 7207 212 428. Yeah, otherwise let me mention it here only 7207 212 428. Okay, so this is what the number. Just call to them. So fine guys, bye then. Tomorrow we'll catch up at 9 p.m. 9:15 p.m. Okay, IST. Okay, we'll wind up today. Bye guys, take care.
Yeah. Thanks to your. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you, sir.